Hey, everybody. Not going to be able to do a lot because my keyboard and my mouse, my external, just decided to quit working, and I don't do well with the whole mouse pad stuff. But thanks for coming in. And the sunlight is fighting me. Everything's fighting me. It's one of those days. So I guess we're going to get what we get and not throw a fit, right? I don't know how. Can you guys see me okay? I'm on my computer, but I have my phone here so that I can talk to you. Hey, Marine, girlfriend, how are you doing? Cindy, Doug, Jeremy, Callie Debs, how are you? So, Jeremy, that print is not a Nagel, but I have 3 Nagel prints in the house. That was my high school years. I got batteries. I changed the batteries. It's like they're not even. It's like they're not even there. They're plugged. I haven't even done anything with this stupid computer. It's the one I normally go live from, but I went live from my shop from my computer down there. So I don't know. It's like they're on, they're not. Hi, Michelle. But this is. Can you guys see this? Let's see how much I can pick up. I'm in the way. Uh-oh. I lost paper. I lost my ever-loving mind is what I've lost. So I went to 3 estate sales last weekend, and I probably bought enough stuff to see if that does it. I can back up a little bit. The sun's moving that way, so probably by midnight when I'm done. The light will be better, and you guys can see and all of that stuff. But hi, Amy. How are you? Amy, I got you some beads yesterday. Yes, I did. I might have gone to an estate sale yesterday or 2. Okay, 3. We're not talking about that. Anyway, so this estate sale was beyond epic. And I think that what I'm going to do is just, it's ridiculous, the amount of stuff. It's ridiculous. I've spent. Hi, Summers. How are you? Midnight optimistic. Greg, how are you? Everybody, tell my buddy Greg Dupage Picker. I will forever refer to you as that. Katie's nickname for you. How was the Boss reseller mix? I don't need to know. I saw all your guys' posts. I'm so envious. Next year I'll be there, though. I'll be there. I would have come this year, but by the time I realized I could have come, it was way too late. So, anyway, it's windy. I got all this. I already paid for it or got it free, so it's crap till it's listed. Which I was planning on doing a lot of that today, but it's going to get done tomorrow. Some of it. This gentleman, we went to this estate sale specifically to get my oldest son some clothes because there was a lot of jeans, a lot of Carhartt, that kind of stuff ended up not being just in size. And the son and daughter that were doing the sale, I'm going to sit down here on the edge of the car, were just amazing. And the daughter's boyfriend, fiance, the nicest people. And that's a little bit better anyway, isn't it, for son? Oh, that's a lot better. Hi, Steph. How are you? You're awake? Did you just get up? She stayed. Steph, you guys go sub to Steph. Steph, I got to moderate you. Drop your link. All right, Steph. Drop your link. Steph has great sales, or even if you just want to hang out, she does her sales late at night. I know, it was awesome. All right. Anyway, drop the link to your channel, Steph. If you don't, Jeremy or Doug will beat you to it, and they'll drop it. So that's just how it works around here. The gentleman that passed away was a higher up exec for Pepsi Cola. He actually worked there when it became the Pepsi bottling group. I have an amazing amount of merch with Pepsi, Sierra Mist, Pepsi One, Dr. Pepper, Seattle Mariners who are no longer around. I have 2 Seattle Mariners spring training hats that are comping out for about $80 a piece. All of that stuff was free. Every single bit of it. I also got, it's already listed, a big Pepsi bottle that blows up that would sit in the store, and it's got Casper the Ghost in it. But it's still in the plastic wrap. So I already have that listed for $169.99. I got 2 Hartman. These are listed also. Free. The Pepsi bottle was free. Let me show you these because I took screenshots of them so I could show you. I have this Hartman luggage attaché case listed for $6.99. It is in mint condition. That's what it looks like. You guys don't know Hartman. And then I have this one. It's smaller. I have it listed for $2.99. It's got a few condition issues, but it's right in there with all the rest of them. Anyway, sorry. Janet's talking to me. She must not have seen that I was live. She's having a hard time getting all of her. She's trying to get her place done. The Pepsi bottle with the Casper was an awesome score, and I'm kicking myself in the butt because they had one of those, and it was blown up, so it's not that I didn't look at it. I did, but it was just like there was so much stuff. I literally loaded my Jeep twice. I'm going to hold you guys so you don't fly away. One, Justin and Dren, okay, here's the deal. Normally when I go to an estate sale, there's only one person that will ever go with me and ride with me in my car, and that's Marie Perlette. And I don't know if she's in here. Probably not, because she's busy. And usually if Dren is with me, I don't get to stay as long, but he's not so bad. But when Justin and Dren go, they take a separate car. I hadn't even made it up the driveway yet. It was probably, I don't know, 30 feet up the driveway, and the whole side of the driveway was just loaded with free stuff. And the first thing that I saw was this cloth bag, this Pepsi cloth bag. The Seattle Mariners are no more. They're something else, or they're not at all. I don't think they'll ever be back. The team's gone. The baseball team. That's all I can tell you. I don't follow sports. I just follow them enough to know what's good for selling. That's horrible, but it's true. It's true. It's true. I know the old vintage Trailblazers stuff, Portland Trailblazers, is good. Some of the new stuff is too, because I believe last year and the year before they had 2 really good years. But my dad watched all of that. Mariners are in a different state. Thanks, Jeremy. You guys are amazing. Anyway, so let me grab this one tote. I have to wash. Okay, these are all brand new, never used. Got 4 of these, but 3 of them don't have tops. So what to do, list them. There was a bunch of these, new and used. I only had 3 tops, so I got rid of the rest of them because that's where it's at. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these. This is Buck Williams, the Buck Cup from 19. He was a member of the 1980 Olympic team, first player in Portland. history to lead the league in field goal percentage by shooting a .60 something, blah, 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 whatever. Yada, 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 right? And then, I don't know what that was that went, but it's gone now. This is what I saw. I saw this. This is the first thing I saw. Hi, Sherry. How are you? And the Antique Agenda. How are you? If I don't say hi, don't get upset, Mama Beth. So I saw this, and there's a bunch of them. There's 1, 2. Ooh, there's a yellow jacket. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and an extra thing. It's golf bag. It has a golf tees, Pepsi golf tees. See if I can get this open without decimating the thing. Probably not. It has the plug marker, and it has the golf tees, made in the USA. It has this for your bag, and it has a towel. And they're all just sitting in his basement. And then there was a whole bag of these. These are Schweppes, the same thing. Golf tees. They're green. Then I saw these, so I got those. And then I was like, I see some shirts. Pepsi shirts. Figure out where to set this stuff. I don't know how much I spent. Somebody's going to get that. I'm not going to pay attention to the spam in the chat because I know you guys will take care of it. So, I know you never know about those inflatables, right? Anyway, I know. Nice swag, huh? It just gets better. Hi, Ruthie. How are you? I don't even worry about the spam. I got so many of you guys that are good about just annihilating them. That's the word I'm going to use. So, I don't have to worry about that. But the vintage clothes, I bought stuff too, mind you. I think I went one day, and then they told me to come. It was last weekend. So last weekend was a holiday, right? So they had the sale actually Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We went Saturday, and then they told me to come back they asked me to come back on Monday, that they would have a bunch of stuff that they would love to give me. And I said, I'll purchase from you. And I did. I purchased a lot. And I told them, okay, when I was going through all the free stuff, I said, can I give you some money for this? And he goes, no, you can't. It's free. And I go, but I can. And he goes, I'm not going to turn it down if that's what you want to do. And I said, I'm going to turn around and sell it and make money off of it. So I don't feel comfortable taking a large amount of this, what you have here. And he goes, if you don't take it, it's going in that dumpster right there. He goes, so please. Anyway, so what I did do was I told him, I said, don't give me any deals. But what was really funny is, if you guys know Terry, Mindful Recycle, and if you were in my Thursday night live, she had texted me just before I left to go to the sale and sent me all these pictures of ephemera, boxes of ephemera at the Buddhist church, it's not a church. Wow. Anyway, so I said, okay, well, I'm going to this sale and then I'll come over there. And she kept texting me pictures like she was taunting me. She was taunting me. And so I got there, and she loves electronics like crazy. Like, I'm not stupid. I know what they're worth. I just have too much other stuff to deal with those. So I started taking pictures. This guy saved every box of everything. Temple, thank you. Of everything he had ever bought. He had the boxes, the styrofoam, and everything that they had, all the boxes out there, and they knew where each piece was in the house. Some of the pieces they had in the garage. So I started taking pictures of the boxes and the electronics and sending them to her. Well, there was a brand new mint in condition. I don't even know if he ever took it out of the box, Nintendo 64. And I didn't like send her an exact picture of that, but it was on the table. And pretty soon I said, "Who's meaner, you or me?" And pretty soon she's like, "Address, please. I'll be there in 28 minutes. So she got some really cool things. And as a matter of fact, she just did a what sold video. And if you go over to her channel, in the back of hanging up are two amazing vintage sweaters that she got there. So vintage clothes wise, do you guys want to see the Pepsi merch first, or do you want to see some of the vintage clothes that I actually bought? I mean, the Pepsi and all of that stuff merch, it's all vintage too. But do you want to see the free stuff first, or do you want to see the stuff I bought first? She was dangling the carrot. Pepsi. All right, let's do that real quick. Well, I'll try to do it real quick. What the heck is that? And a lot of it had still the tags on it. Now, I washed everything because it had been in the basement, and it had kind of a, that basement musty smell on it. So I've washed everything. That's why I haven't shown this. And I have a whole nother pile over here because when I bought all the art, she literally went up the driveway and grabbed a huge armful of more clothes they brought out and we laid all the art in the back of the Jeep, and she layered clothes on top of it. And I will show you this one because this is so epic. If this isn't something that would have been worn by my buddy who was the lead singer for Queen, I don't know. Check it out. This is so from the 70s. This was free. You guys, he was a bachelor. I don't even know if this was ever worn. Scandinavian knitters, 50% cotton. I mean, you can just look at the tag. This is amazing. Anyway, that's the one vintage piece I'll show you because I just happen to have it right here. But let me go grab some of I'm going to grab the hats. All right. I've looked some of this stuff up, so I do have an idea what some of it is worth, amazingly or not. There's two of these. Now, this Mazagran was the first bottled coffee drink that was a collab between Pepsi bottling and Starbucks, and it was a fail. The white bell-bottom jeans. I got some of those. I got them here. I got them. They're right behind me. It was a fail, but it was what led them to be able to do the bottled latte, the bottled coffee drinks that Starbucks does now. But this is from the early 90s, late 80s, and I have two of them, and I can find nobody that has them. So these are going to get listed pretty high, and I may have to wait because Starbucks is causing problems for people right now. We'll see. It's windy out here. So 2 of those. Lindbergh Family Farms was somebody that Pepsi did with. I also have a really nice jacket from them. I don't know what that one's worth. It may not be worth much of anything, but all this stuff was brand new. Now, some of it had dirt and conditioned issues, but I spent about an hour yesterday cleaning them. I absolutely washed 2 of them. Did I even bring those 2 out? All-Star, Seattle All-Star Game 2001 still has the thing on it. Spring training, Mariners. But here's the best part. It is a vintage, anybody? New Era. Also this one, spring training. Seattle Mariners is also a vintage New Era. Can't beat that. Well, I guess you could. Pepsi Bottling Group. This is Headshots. I figure I think I have 17 hats total of caps. This one still has the tag on it. It's t-shirt material. It was made in Taiwan, 100% cotton. This one goes for about $40, CBS Sports. It is a K brand. You see that? That's what you guys want to look for, is that K brand. I probably have it upside down. K Products. Never been worn. None of this stuff. Did you find one, Lulu? Hi, Lulu. How are you? Did I miss you coming in? There's a lot of this. A lot of shirts with the All Sport thirst quencher. And this one's the one with the nice terry. One size fits all. Nothing exciting. Most of the shirts and stuff are on really nice Columbia Sportswear. Here's another Pepsi. Pepsi One. No, the K Products foam is not. Look it. Is this the K Products? This one didn't have foam. It just has this. This isn't a trucker hat. Trucker hat, well, it kind of is because it's high, but this is more what my dad would call this a winter time hat because it didn't have the mesh. This hat is in mint condition. You were whacking the trail. You have some too. Yeah, they did have the worst foam for sure. Pepsi Cola, head to toe. All right, any of you guys that have issues with things, I just grabbed this because it is Headwear Champion Division, Renaissance International. It's the West Coast Oral Sex Champion 1982. You know, nobody's perfect, but this is a nice hat. So what it'll sell for, who knows? Here we go. This is Style Master, made in the USA. Made in the USA, Pepsi. These go for about, I want to say $30, $39. This has never been worn. Here is 1991 Columbia Sportswear, NBA, NFL, Golf Challenge. Pepsi did a lot of that. This is on a vintage Columbia tag. And check this out. It's got a zipper over here to change the size with. It's kind of interesting. Oh, sure. Now I took it off. Ocean Spray. This one needs some help, but I'm not cleaning. I'm not washing anything. Made in the USA. And Minute Maid. Also, Designer Pro. This one was also, this is a cool tag actually, and in perfect condition. So for regular hats, that's what I got. I got this Highline Knits, La Grande, Oregon. This was probably, it's obviously a head scarf. It is wool. Oh no, it's not 100% wool. So they would have marketed to Anybody going up to the slopes at Mount Hood, scope this beauty out. I think it's by the same company. Nope. Snowy River Woolens, Government Camp, Oregon, and that would be on Mount Hood, where the hat body is 100% wool, inner band is acrylic. Well, there's no inner band on this one. This is 100% wool. There are 2 minor defects on it. Don't care. Selling it like it is. This hat is amazing. It has a little bill here. It is wool hand wash. I did not, and I will not. It is made by Penthouse Knits. So it's your little, I'm looking cool. He was a biker. He had a Harley. And then this one. This is a Kangol hat made in England. It's extra large. It needs to be cleaned. I'm not going to, because this stuff is starting to come off. I'm going to sell it as it sits. This is vintage as heck, and it is amazing. Told your husband not to throw his hats away. He has a bad habit about doing that. Well, what are you going to do, Ruthie? And then I got these 2 hats that I don't know if he ever wore them. To tell you the honest truth. All this was in the free pile. Derby cap, Louisville, Kentucky. As in the horse derby. And this one is Bowman, USA. I have no clue. I haven't looked these up. I do know that a lot of these hats will go for some pretty good money. All right. I'm not putting those back out there. All right. Is Jenny in here yet? Not yet. All right. Let me grab another box. Actually, this is a stack. So I got quite a few of these. Some of them I washed because they weren't in the bag still, but this is in mint condition, brand new in the bag. It is the All Sport. It is fleece. It is climate controlled fabric, Puller Tech by on a Hilton tag. And most of this stuff, I don't see where it was made in. A lot of this stuff, I have 2 of these in the package, like the one I just showed you. It's uncanny the amount of stuff that he had that, well, he probably carried it around in his vehicle and gave merch away to people. Hi, also, how are you? Missed the beginning. Where did all this come from? An estate sale from a gentleman that was a higher up exec at Pepsi bottling company. So here's another one, same thing. These were there the second day. This is a Land's End. It's made by Land's End. It's got all the leather on it. I don't think he used, oh, he did. Oh, wait a minute. There's a pen in here. Does it have Pepsi on it? No. No. Anyway, this one is not quite as nice as the last one, but it's, wait, what's this? West Coast Hotels. All right, that doesn't work for me. I was hoping it might be Pepsi. So this is another briefcase, satchel, whatever you want to call it. You worked in a grocery retail. Pepsi gave out a lot of. Yeah, I bet they did. This is probably, other than the Hartman bags, this was free. All this stuff I'm showing you was free. I'll tell you when I bought something. This is suede. It's all suede and leather, and it is a Jam Sport. It's not Pepsi. There's no Pepsi branding on it, and it is just it's in the free pile. This is just in immaculate condition. Like, I wonder, he may never have used it. That's a good, this is probably $100 because it's suede and it's the old style. It only has the front pocket on it. This is the style that they had when I was in high school in the 80s. And then this is an Avia tote bag. And it just says for athletic use only. So that's that. That's the bags. Let me grab the stack right here. I'm going to cover up all my stuff. I want to show you a lot of this kind of stuff. So it's got the Dr. Pepper. It's on a vintage La Mode brand label, and it was made in the USA. So there's a lot of, let's get need to get a bin to put this in. I'm going to fill up the car and then I'll be in trouble. It's probably a good thing it's windy. I was going to lay these things out and do flat lays. This is Pepsi Cola. These things were all clean until I brought them outside. Now I'm going to have to. Pepsi Cola. And it is Columbia Sportswear. Look at the collars on it. Smells good. Made in the USA. Do you get a lot of those free offload deals over there? What do you mean? What do you mean, Jeremy? Like free offload, like free stuff from the estate sales? Here's another one. This one's same thing. It even tells you the kind of sleeve, you guys. Radial sleeve. This is easy listing. This one is an extra large. I think that other one was a large. Even if I only sell these, which I won't, for $20, the only time I have into these is going to be my listing, and I ran them through the washer. Here is another Hilton, just like I showed you in those bags. This is same thing. This one got washed. All the stuff you got for free, we don't see that very often. Thanks for all your time. You're welcome. Sometimes there's free stuff, Jeremy, and sometimes there isn't. And sometimes sometimes it's being in the right place at the right time, right? Sometimes it's I know a lot of the estate sale dealers now, and I'm getting tired of watching and listening to a lot of people who are constantly asking, can I get this $5 item for $2.50 or whatever? People that have big YouTube channels, and I'm not going to name any names, this is just me, and if people don't like it, people that have big YouTube channels and are making a lot of money shouldn't be out there trying to. I never ask for a break. I never ask for anything. It's a hit and miss for sure, Ruthie. Hi, Sylvia. Lots of times I will pay them more. I will give them extra money because I know what I'm going to make with it. And I still get it for cheap. That's just me. And it irritates me to see somebody asks for something that's $2 or $3 if they'll take a buck, or will you make me a deal on blah 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 blah. We all know you'll get a better deal. This is Dr. Pepper, by the way. Sorry, Dr. Pepper. This is like a This is really nice. It's Port Authority, which is a pretty good brand, and this one was made in Sri Lanka, but it's got the polar fleece on the inside and the cotton, I think, on the outside. Shell is 84% polyester, but it feels like that cotton stuff on the outside. This is really nice. Smells good too. I never asked for a discount, ever. And I went to an estate sale yesterday. I literally spent $10. She wanted $8. I gave her 10. I'm wishing I had given her more now, because if you knew what I got, you would die. And I had an idea. I knew that what I got was worth some money. I didn't realize until I got it home and I comped it how much it was really worth, if that makes sense. But I know where she lives, and actually, I don't really think at this point she cared, because they were had huge totes of Barbie stuff for like $1. Just take the whole tote for $1 kind of stuff, because they were done. I think the Dr. Pepper stuff will fly out too, and wait till you see some of the shirts. All right. 3 more that aren't in a tote. I found this the second time I went back, and it's coming undone. I'm not going to take it out of the bag because it's white. I thought I had 2, and I may very well have another one somewhere, but this is a Screen Stars tag. It is, I don't know if it's a single stitch, but I can check. Oh, heck. Oh, it's long sleeve, even better. And it's got a back hit. Royal Seltzer Clearly Dazzling Taste. See if it is single stitch. You guys know how to tell single stitch, right? On anything that has a long sleeve, you got to go to the hem. See how I don't know how well you can see. See how there's only one line of stitching right there? Anything that's newer will have 2 lines. Anything that's newer, if you see my belly, I don't want to hear about it. Anything that's newer is going to have this on the back side, and it'll have two lines of stitching. Do you see them? So on top of that, this is on a Screen Stars tag, made in the USA. That was a good find. And who knows? Some people that have really good followings could probably get $200, $300, $400 for this. I don't know what I'll get. I'll get what I get, and I won't throw a fit, right? There was a lot of this. Is a ribbed fleece on a Champion tag, assembled in Mexico of U.S. components. It's a golf vest, basically. A lot of this one's nice. This is really nice. It's just it's a jerseys made in the USA, which makes it even more. You guys see that? Right down there, made in the USA. It's just a sweatshirt. Nothing exciting. And then a lot of this kind of stuff. It's just a windbreaker. I shouldn't even say just a windbreaker. 3 Strikes, custom design, Stamford, Connecticut. It's an old tag, extra large. I mean, when you get to the point where you're having these kind of paper tags, And I'll tell you guys something too. I'll give you a little hint. This has All Sport on it. Is All Sport even available to buy anymore? I don't think it is. When you get these ones that have these paper tags on the back of them and you have to wash it, I would strongly suggest that you take a picture of the tag before you wash it, because sometimes, especially if you have to soak it, sometimes all of that printing will go away. So it's really a good idea when you get a like here, I'll show you one that I haven't washed. This was underneath all the this is what a lot of the white stuff look like. Can you see the stains? I don't know if you can see them. And they're not stains, they were folded, right? Can you see that? The light is right here. I use Folex. I have it right here. This is what I use, you guys. Folex, professional carpet spot remover. I spray that on there, and then it will go in. Like, here's a pretty good. Can you see that? Probably not. I know the light's bad. Sorry, you guys. A lot of the white stuff has that in it. I spray it with this. I let it sit, and then sometimes some of that stuff I will put in the bathtub or a tote with OxyClean, and it has a Pepsi logo on it. Yep. So let's get through. I have 3 huge totes here of free stuff, and then we'll get, oh, wait a minute. This one had a tag on it, had never been washed. Look at the color blocking on this. All Sport. VCC Club Collector, made in the USA. That's the tag on it. This is really cool. What do with that other box? I'm just going to bring all 3 of these over here. I think that this is the rest of the free clothing. Pretty sure it is. And then we'll get into other stuff. Somebody ought to be able to tell me just by looking at the colors on this what you think this is. Come on, somebody knows before I show you. This thing was filthy. Filthy, black, gross, dusty, yucky. Now it's clean. It smells good. It's extra large. It's a rain jacket, a Harley rain jacket. That was free. Pure Cell. I don't use that for my own laundry. I use Sheets Laundry Club. It's all recyclable. All the packaging is recyclable. I needed something to get smell out of. Here you go, you guys. This is amazing. This is not branded with anything other than the fact that it screams the 70s or the 80s, 90s, and it is Columbia. And it was never worn. I need a pair of the white leather Nikes that had the red swoosh on them that we wore in high school. This also is not branded, but who wouldn't pick this up out of a free pile? It is ski jacket. He skied. I believe this is made in the USA too. Almost everything he had. Oh, Philippines. This is, and it's reversible. See reverse insulation, none. See reversible side. Oh, it's reversible. Oh, and it has the nice double, let's check out the reversible side. Oh, heck yeah. Heck to the yeah. There's no way this is reversible because it's got a tag in it like that. I could wear this. Maybe I should keep this for myself. May have to think about that. That's pretty freaking awesome. I might have to keep this one. We'll see. It smells good. I could tell you that. I'm a smell nut. So could I have, all of this stuff was clean for the most part. There were a lot of the t-shirts had, you know how when something's folded and it just sits for a very long time, or in your closet and you haven't worn it, it gets the dust on. That's what I cleaned off of all of this stuff. And the main reason that I washed all of it was because it was in his basement and it had a mildew spill. Wait for it. You guys ready? This is Marker brand, and it was US and that sizes made in Hong Kong. This had like tomato soup, like somebody had spilled tomato soup on it and just never washed it. So it got, I almost didn't get it, but then I looked at it closer and I was like, I can get that off. And then this is from, I'm pretty sure this is from the 60s, just by the tag. And he saved all of his clothes. This is 100% acrylic. It's Kmart brand. Can you see that? Kmart. I'm telling you, I don't know why. I love vintage clothes, and when I'm not necessarily talking about the Pepsi stuff, that's cool too. There's a huge market for anything that's branded, any kind of sodas, or, you know, as we all know, any merch that's branded, there's a huge market for. But the older stuff like that, and like this, holy moly, I will put a high price on this. I will probably put $160, $170 on this, and I'm not joking. Wait till you see the bell bottoms. Anything with Kmart is falling into the same bullet bucket as Sears, and but this is vintage Kmart, so that's the thing with that. All right, there's that one. I got two more here. Hang on. The second day on this one's full, like full. On when I went back, I actually went through everything and I pulled a bunch of stuff. He had 3 closets full of clothes, you guys. Rainman said you had to get your underwater. Oh, did he? I forgot about that. Rain Man said Kmart sucks. You guys are hilarious. Okay, I think there's 2 of these. These have all been washed, and they came out amazing. This is Hanes Heavyweight, assembled in Haiti. Back to school bucks. And it's got the Pepsi logo on the sleeve right there. It's just a plain white t-shirt, nothing exciting. Probably $19.99 is what I'm going to list it for, because it's not really anything to write home about. This is cool. It's really stained. I got to hold the computer. We're having a wind gust. I don't want you guys to blow away. Oh, speaking of underwear, Doug, I also got, and I already have listed, a 2-pack of vintage 90s jockey t-shirts and 2 separate packages of jockeys. They're tidy whities, right? But they're navy blue. So I got those free too. They're listed already too because they were. This is Diet Coke. It's a polo. I don't know where he got that from. He had to stole it from his competition. This is also on a Screen Stars label. So that's that. And there's 2 of this one. I'm just folding them back up so that I don't have to do it when I'm done with you guys. Um, that's how windy it is. It didn't even want to fold. All right. This is on a Fruit of the Loom heavy collection made in the USA, and it is Pepsi Blue. Here's the other one of those. Should probably put them together, huh? I'm so organized, it's not even funny. All right, there's 2 of these, and these are amazing. These are Silver Mountain Sportswear tag, made in Mexico from USA. They're 2X. Check it out. But wait. These are not single stitch, but that doesn't mean they're not vintage. Just because they're single stitch doesn't mean they're not vintage. If it's white, it's not blue, right? You got it. Tidy whities, navy blue. What the heck? You got it. How you doing, Todd? And one of the nice things is, as a lot of these items are larger sizes, there's nothing smaller than a medium. As a matter of fact, except for the vintage clothing, because he was tiny then. That was when he was. This is the same exact shirt. 2 of these Dr. Pepper shirts. Seriously considered keeping one, but I don't wear this kind of stuff, so we'll let somebody else have it. I don't think these will last very long. And then this is just Aquafina, but it's a Port and Company. It's nothing exciting. Assembled in Mexico. That's all it is. It's just a white t-shirt with Aquafina on the side. I don't even think it has any Pepsi branding on it at all. All right, this thing's cool. This is a golf vest. This is one of the few that does not have Pepsi logo on it. It's cotton. It's Outfit USA by Vipart, and it was made in the USA. It's got a really cool tag. People like these things. I like the Pepsi blue too. I think that's a cool shirt. This one's neat. It's got I hope you can see it. Can you see the golfer in there woven in? That's Pepsi. This is Vantage Custom Classics made in the USA tag. These things were all in the free pile, and they were all filthy. Here's another one. Lamode again, this one was made in Thailand. Active Sportswear from Los Angeles. Man, I have to say, these smell really good. I have a hard time, and I got 3 of these. Because why not? No, I got 2. Wait a minute. 2 of these. I'm getting to the cool shirts. These are just blue polos with Microsoft on them, and they are Cross Creek made in the USA. So I don't know if he worked for Microsoft for a little while. He could very well have, or he had buddies that worked for Microsoft. There's 2 of those. And then this is Earth 2.0. It's the same thing, same brand, everything. All right, my favorite shirt's coming up. Let me do this. Oh, I lost a tag. I kept a couple of the tags that I had to take off because I do have a tag hooker backer on her. That's a technical term, in case you didn't know. All right, take the Pepsi challenge. This is Ultra Gildan Heavyweight, made in Hong Kong. It is not single stitch, and it doesn't have a back hit, but it's pretty cool. Never been worn. This is my favorite shirt right here of all of them. Action Z, made in the USA. I don't even know when they made this drink. It almost looks like it should be a soccer team jersey. Is it Josta with Guarana? Check out this tag. The salesmen would trade with other sales guys. Good to know. See, you guys, I don't know everything. I learn too. I love it. That's what's best about. I could do these as static videos and release them and get more traction on my channel, but what would I learn? Because not everybody leaves comments, right? So I get to chit chat with you guys. I get to show you stuff. I get to tell you what I know, and then I get to learn from you guys too. So I think that's Josta was out in the mid 90s. Was it like an energy drink, Doug? Is that what it was? I just love this shirt. Isn't that cool? The raglan sleeve, the stripes on it, and it smells good too. How many times? Looks like it has a little stain now that I'm outside, but that's all right. It's gonna go like that, probably from being folded up for so long. And then here's another. This is a long sleeve Pepsi cotton sweater. Pepsi Challenge Tournament of 1991. This is 31 years old. I know, well, we can do the math, but 100% cotton, made in the USA. It's on a Wilson staff tag. It was just a cola. The first major enemy, and it was the first major enemy in the USA. It was the first major energy drink in the US. Well, there you go. This is another one like that, only with a polo collar, and it's made by Ashworth, apparently. It says so on the back. Made in the Philippines. This is nice. These sweaters are nice. And you know what? This one just says Pepsi on it, so this would be a good sweater for a Pepsi merchandiser or somebody. These are nice. They're in good shape. Like, he did not wear them. And then this right here, this tag, authentic collection of the MLB authentic collection, goes along with that to this Seattle Mariners shirt that was never worn. I took the tags off so I could wash it. It's on an Antigua, made in Singapore, and it's a nice size too. It's an extra large. I will either hook those tags back on it or I'll just set them with it, because I think they need to go with it, in my opinion. It's part of the it's part of the authentication. And then this is a Dunbrook collection, made in the USA, and it's just a Pepsi shirt, but it's Dunbrook collection. Down here somewhere. It says made in the USA right there. And it's just for somebody who needs to be in a Pepsi shirt. I didn't see any Crystal Pepsi stuff. There might be in this stuff over here that's dirty, but I don't think so. Got one more tote of this stuff. Jeremy, you got some cool stuff. I saw your Instagram. You got some really cool stuff. If you guys don't follow Jeremy, Mr. Doing It Wrong. Hey, Carl, how you doing, buddy? This is Duffel Sportswear. It is just a navy blue jacket, and it's just the white on the inside. Windbreaker, isn't that what they're called? That's what we called them. And just the classic blue color. And this one is red and blue, same thing. None of this stuff was worn. This is a Hartwell Via Sport tag. How goes life up in Canada, Carl? I miss you guys. I never seem to be able to catch Scotty's lives either anymore because he changed his channel name. And I never see it. This is Columbia Sportswear made in Korea, but it's from the 90s. This one he wore. He probably wore it. It says Pepsi Golden Rose Ski Classic. And he probably wore it because he was a skier. I saw pictures of him. Skiing. Here is green and blue Pepsi windbreaker. Here is another one of the, I think there's 3 or 4 of these ones. Same thing, just the dark blue. There's two more of the red and blue ones. This one. And one more of that one, but look at, this is amazing. Le Tigre, made in the United States. This thing was filthy. Maybe he wore that when he went to the horse races. This is vintage Jansen. Here we go, you guys. If you don't know, you're gonna. Tabasco brand, you will see Tabasco, you will see ties, you will see jackets, and this is a Tabasco brand. Look at the Tabasco is on the fish. That's probably a $29 shirt. It's on the collar. Made in Thailand. He didn't have very much, that even of his personal clothes. All right. This isn't super old, but it's old enough. Rolling Stones 05 and 06 tour. And it's on an anvil tag. So other than the pile of, I also got a black Champion sweatshirt hoodie. I'm keeping for myself because it doesn't have anything on it. Other than this pile of clothes back here, which I will show you a couple other things. I took this one because it is Patagonia and it's old. This is a thermal shirt that he probably wore when he was, and I only have a couple of trees here. If you guys didn't know, the owner of Patagonia just put all of Patagonia in a cool combo work for the other day. Listing, and lurking. Anyway, so let's look at, I have the bell bottoms out here. Let's look at those. I don't like these ones that snap tight, but I got them more for my son to use. I'm just borrowing them. That one, I have too much stuff in it. That's why. I don't want there we go. All right. This stuff that's in here, I bought. Well, not the hats and stuff that I showed you. This is amazing. This is a pearl snap satin. This was his. This isn't a woman's shirt. Could be worn by a woman. Avante West. It's tiny. He had to have worn this like in middle school, high school. Oh, sorry. The owner of Patagonia put all of Patagonia in a trust, and he's retiring, and all of that money is going to go to. It's still gonna be Patagonia, but nobody got it. Do you know what I mean? He didn't sell it. He didn't give it to his kids, anything like that. The trust money will run the company, and then I can't remember what organization that he donated. Google it and you'll see. I thought it was pretty cool, but then there's always somebody that's like, oh, why would you do that? Well, it's his company. He can do whatever the heck he wants, right? Anyway, so I think that was last week or the week before that I saw that. All right, I got this on the last day. The last day when I went and I helped them. I went through all of his shoes, and I told his daughter which ones to take back to Seattle with her to take to the consignment stores. All of his leather shoes. He had thousands of dollars worth of leather shoes. And when I'm saying leather shoes, I'm talking about business shoes, dress shoes. He had silk suits. He had wool suits. I went through and showed her, man, there was one we were both crying over. It was a wool camel jacket, but the moths had gotten to it. And I almost wished I'd have gotten it because I have a friend. Hi, Lori. The internet's back. How are you? She lives in Florida, and it's been raining cats and dogs there, you guys. Like yesterday, it looked like golf ball size raindrops. What was I talking about? I'll hold my computer. Talked about Patagonia. Oh, I was helping her I went through all the clothes because she goes, take whatever you want. And so then, I mean, like he had a closet and went on both sides. So 2 bedrooms, the master bedroom and then one of the guest bedrooms. And that closet was the same length on both sides. And I'm going to say that it was probably 12 feet long. And he had upper and lower. So he had all of his jeans. And there was a closet downstairs in the basement. And there was a closet in another smaller room that would have been a small bedroom too. Just clothes, and everything that he had was dry cleaned. Everything was dry cleaned, and a lot of the stuff had his name written in the back, right? Because he had it dry cleaned. And so I went through and I picked out all of the nice clothes that I knew would do well up there in the consignment stores for her. And we loaded up all of that stuff. So I helped them. Not have to donate a bunch of stuff, but still be able to recoup some more money, because she lived in Seattle and the son lives in Colorado, and they're just trying to. They spent $3,000 having the yard cleaned up, because when he retired, I guess he just quit doing anything, quit riding his Harley, quit golfing, quit doing everything. He just basically sat in his house and died over a course of years. And so he said that the blackberries, it's half an acre. It's a beautiful place. Were clear up to the house. He paid somebody $3,000 to come in and clean it up. I said, "Yep, I've done a lot of those landscaping type jobs, so I know exactly what that went." Anyway, for helping her go through everything, I got all of his ties. And you can laugh about ties all you want, but if you know some of the makers' names, then you know. So let's look at a few of the ties real quick. We were going to look at I only have 5 pairs of the bell bottoms, so let's look at those first. Let's look at the bell bottoms. This is the first pair. These are Levi's, and they're kind of see if I can get you a good look at the fabric. They're kind of that. They're cotton. These are amazing, and these are going to get listed for high. They don't have any tags inside them. The only they have this on the pocket, and they have a number down here that's worn. Just pay someone to mow. It wasn't mowing. Yeah, had he done that, Carl, 100%, right? I just paid somebody to chop my trees down and dump them on my front yard, and I never have to mow again. So I got you beat, Carl. And I gave my lawnmower away because I don't need it anymore. John Travolta wore those. He did, and not only that, I have the I have a velour, a tan colored velour long sleeve shirt, Levi's, to go with that. Yep. These he never wore, and I know that because in the pocket, thought I stuck it back in here after I washed them. Yep. Inspected by good old number 16, and they were nice enough to put 2 of their tags in. These are geez, where was the tag? I had a hard time finding the tag on these. These are, I don't know what brand. Wash separately by hand or machine in warm sudsy water. There's no cheap jeans, and they're brown, and they've got the cuff on the bottom of them. He was tall. He had to have been tall, because these suckers, if I put them down by that's touching the ground, and that's where they are. I'm 5'5", so, you know. All right, that's that pair. Gets better. The last 2 pairs are the best too. These are just corduroy, which we know people love, and they're vintage. And these are made by a brand called Mail. Made in the USA. And as you can see, he had everything dry cleaned. Everything was dry cleaned. Everything was ironed. Everything. she said that they threw away and took away just totes and totes and totes and garbage bags full of clothes before they ever had the sale. And she said I just couldn't wash stuff. All right, I have to decide which pair is the coolest pair. It's a tie. This pair right here is probably my favorite. They're wool. They're freaking awesome. They have the little clips up here. They are also by that same brand, male. These are so cool. Apparently somebody was there and picked through the vintage clothes before me, but they didn't see these apparently because they didn't look in the box. And then there's these. They're green with white polka dots. I think they're made by that same brand. They're made by a different brand. They lost their tag, but it wouldn't surprise me because they're very similar. He was tall and skinny when he was younger. These are amazing. Look at the belt loops. I'd love to have the belts that he wore these with. All right, that's it for the bell bottoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This can go over here. And then, this is the one. This thing right here needs a washing. I am not going to wash it because it has never been worn, and I think it's a prototype because of the tag. So I will show you the tag. It's White Stag brand. If you are familiar with that, that's so 90s. And it has all this writing, date 87, Rose Festival, which is a big festival that they have here in Portland every year. And they bring Navy ships in down the Columbia, up the Willamette to, this thing is huge. Check this out. '50th anniversary Pepsi Golden Rose Ski Classic White Stag. It's amazing. That was in the free pile. It was. So, Patagonia needs to get washed. Let's look at ties. No, I'm going to show. Okay, so he had a lot of, there was other Patagonia pieces there. I didn't get them the first day, and they were gone when I went back, which was fine. However, they never priced his leathers, his riding leathers, and I still don't know what they had them priced at. I just bought them on the last day, and he said, how much for them? And I said, I got so much stuff free from you guys. I said, why don't you just add up everything that I have picked out of the house? I bought all the art. Most of it I spent less than $10 a piece on because they marked it all way, way, way down. You're going to reupholster an old chair with those pants? No, I'm going to sell them for $300. Brady Bunch for sure. Arnold Palmer wore those in 1969, Todd. It would not surprise me. These are his chaps. These are heavy. I got 2 pairs of chaps. These ones are leather, made in the USA. I don't know what brand. They're heavier than I'll get out. And they're in amazing shape. And they have, I'm about to drop them. They're that heavy. All of the, oh man, they're heavy. I'm not a wuss, but these are heavy. He had tons of. I would have bought a bunch of his shoes. They were too small for both of my boys, and they were a half a size too small for my son-in-law. Or I would have bought, he had all kinds of nice Harley boots and shoes. Here's his Harley jacket. This sucker is heavy as well. So can you see that? Extra, extra large. I don't want to take it off the hanger. Sorry. We went to the Portland Rose Festival in 1980. Mount St. Helens was still erupting. Yep. I was here for all of that. Still am. You could see Mount St. Helens out of our kitchen window at the farm until my dad built a hay barn and blocked my mom's view. I thought she was going to kill him. Here's another pair of chaps. These are lighter weight. And they're made by, these are made by Gabby's Leather Factory, Mazatlan, Mexico. So all of the leather stuff and all of the art and a few other pieces I'll show you. All of the stuff that I bought, I paid a little over $600 for. And I can probably get that back just in 2 pieces of the leather. This is Fox Creek leather. It's a vest. It's brown and dark. I don't think he ever wore it. It has, and it's got the silver buffalo nickels. That's exactly what those are. I don't think he ever wore that. I honestly, there are absolutely zero signs that all that leather is in amazing shape. I'll make my money back just on the leather. I'll make my money back on 2 of those pictures, 2 of those photos. And that's something I tell you guys all the time when you're buying stuff. Find something in what you're purchasing and get it listed right away that will make you your money back. So those 2 Hartman, no, I'm 95, Todd. We watched it erupt from our house. You could literally, from the farm, you could literally see Mount St. Helens. It was what my mom and dad would say, as the crow flies, 25 miles from our house. My oldest son, Justin, did a mail route for a year, and during the summer he had to go up to, time for Dr. Pepper to go to the bathroom. He doesn't like his leash at all.
No, he does. It's just he doesn't want to.
He doesn't want to go to the bathroom?
No, he doesn't want to leave the patio.
He doesn't want to leave the patio?
Yes.
Let's let him say hi to everybody. Here he is, Dr. Pepper and friend.
Yeah.
He's getting big. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? All right. Take this beast out of here.
Come on, little one.
So yeah, we watched and we spent days and hours and months cleaning all of the equipment, the farm equipment, the tractors, cleaning all the ash off of the roofs of the barns, and all of that stuff. Everybody's saying hi. So yeah, it's a beautiful mountain. It's a beautiful area to go back to. And you know, my mom's side of the family is from Kelso Longview up north, not too, up the north way. And my dad's family is from the Camas Washougal, so they're over closer to Portland, to the river. So we were kind of in the middle between them. But let's look at some ties. These were all, she was going to give them to me for free for helping her go through this stuff. And I said no. He wanted me to buy a couple other pieces of art that they were worth it, but they were bigger than, I got 2 pieces here that are bigger than I really want to deal with. But he sold them to me for so cheap I couldn't not. Did you really think he's been out here long enough?
Yeah, you want pee?
He just went potty?
Yeah, you want
Maybe you should walk him around a little bit more.
He went poop in the house.
He went poop in the house because you didn't bring him outside. I'm telling you, this house stuff. In 1980, I graduated in 1985, so I was, what, 14 in 1980? Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, I wouldn't let her give me the ties because I knew the names of a lot of them. There was this with the ties, cannabis unum. This would have gone in the pocket of his suit jacket. It doesn't have a name on it, but it's silk. This one is also silk. All silk, made in Italy, and it's got an RN number, and I didn't see a name on it anywhere, but I didn't really look either. She didn't want any of this. She didn't want me to pay for it because they were just going to get rid of it. This one feels polyester. It's nothing exciting. I may not even keep it. I don't know. But it's paisley. But that also would have gone in. Some of these still have the tags on it. This still has the tag from, oh my gosh, Marshall Fields. He paid $13.99 for it. It's Bill Blass, all silk. This is Gap. It is also silk. I can tell from the feel. Yep, 100% silk, made in the USA. Skiing. Just pulling these out of here. However, this is bracers. Never heard of that. Made in the USA, 100% imported silk. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if I can. Oh, this one's cool. All right, what's this? Jesus. I don't know. I'll let you look at it. And feels silk. My fingers are tortured. I don't see the as it says there. It doesn't say. Interesting brand I've never heard of before, which means nothing. But I knew some of these brands. This is Valencia presents the tie works from Disney. And it has to be silk because it's Valencia. Oh, here we go. 100% silk, made in Korea. And if you notice, Disney, Mickey Mouse is the character on the cards. So is that right? Valencia? Balencine, something like that. 1980, my second year of teaching, we took our high school band to perform in the Portland Rose Festival. Where was your high school band at, Todd? Yeah, there was ash everywhere. They still have, if you know where it is, if you're from around here and you're traveling on I-5, they still have large piles of it alongside, especially the Toutle River and the Columbia River, where they had to dredge the river to get the sand and the silt out, the ash actually, right? This is Baccarat, made in Italy, silk. This is Meyer and Frank men's store. This is totally vintage. And there's no way this is silk. Well, it could be. I lie. I could be lying. I don't see a tag, but it it's thick. It's like super thick. Here's another probably Baccarat made in Italy. There's wool ones. I mean, this is Oscar de la Rente. I knew that name right off. Robert Doske. Oh, this must be something. This is artist signed. So that's the name on there. And then it's signed. And it's hand painted 100% silk sewn in the USA. So that's Lawrence. I don't know. I'll hold it up here so you can see. Small bottles of ash. I sold not last year, but the year before was the 2020 was the 40-year anniversary. Is that right? 80, 90. I sold a whole mess of Mount St. Helens, all the calendars, anything I could find. I just made a huge lot of Mount St. Helens stuff. Here's Britannica. Well, it's not Britannica. I always said that. Britannia. That's a vintage tag from Meyer and Frank, which Meyer and Frank is now Macy's, right? Farrell Reed for Nordstrom's. Hand printed in England, 100% silk made by hand. This one has issues, so it will maybe go into a crafter's lot. We'll see. Some people might not care. And looks like there's several others just in different colors. Christian Dior. I mean, it just liked Christian Dior. Robert Stewart. This one's not branded, but it's similar. He liked this. Oh, here's one. I knew this name right off. Joffrey Bean. There's just a ton of a Mallory Church. He liked the paisley. He has a lot of paisley. Mallory Church, and I don't see a tag, but it feels silk. So, I mean, this just goes on. There's vintage ones. This is John Ashford. He's a name. I see more Christian Dior. This is Gaunt. Oh, here's a good one. Christopher Brooks. And this is wool. It's pink. It's kind of hard to tell. That's hilarious. No, it's cotton. Oh, maybe it's wool. Where's the stupid... I hate it when they don't put tags in these. What's wrong with them? It's either cotton or wool. It needs to be cleaned because it's been hanging for a long time. Christopher Brooks. That's another one. Does it have a tag? Imported, 55% viscose, 45% cotton. So that's another of the odd ones. This is a Stafford. Nothing exciting. This one I will be hand washing to get the stains out of. And there's Eve's. I will butcher that. Tommy Hilfiger. Rooster. I have no idea. But anyway, I mean, there's just like, I could go on and on and on. Claybrook. Mallory Church, London. Ralph Marlin, Milwaukee, USA, polyester. This is a Holy Mackerel, 1986. Here's a wool one. by Austin Reed. I don't need anybody to tell me this is wool. I can feel it. You can see it. So I paid her. I said, how about $30 for those? And she goes, whatever. And I don't think she charged me because they did this one's got to be spendy. I've never seen one. 100% silk, handmade, but no, there's no tag on it. And some of these need repair, right? So vintage by MBP. What's this? Xylos, George Mikado. I mean, he did not Brandini. That's an expensive brand. I think that's an Italy brand. Let's see. It says silk, made in Italy. So, yep. Ties for days. Ooh. What's this? Van Vienne, New York, and Paris. I've never seen that either, which means nothing. A lot of these need to be spot cleaned. It was a messy eater. It's all right. Hand sewn by XMI for Nordstrom's. It's this last one. There's another Brandini. It's like beetles or something. Kind of interesting. Easy to list, store, and ship. Yep, you got it, Greg. Just go and roll them up and stick them in a poly mailer. Roll them up, put them in a plastic bag, stick them in a poly mailer, off they go. Anybody that spends any more time on ties than that, I can't help you. I don't care how much they pay for it. It's not going to change it as long as you protect it. Maybe put it in a padded poly mailer if they spent a lot of money on it. Hi, KK. How are you? Perfect crafts for those ties. Yeah, some of those ties are too expensive for crafts, but if you need ties for crafts, I got ties, girlfriend. All right. Let me show you a couple of the hard goods that I got, and then we'll do the art, and then I think we're done. She didn't know what to price these at, and she had them priced. I do not know who this maker is. I just went ahead and took it. They were going to throw these away. So I think I paid her $5 for this whole box of stuff. It's just a set of coffee mugs. They're Italian, I think. Anybody read that, know what it is, familiar with it? They're really a nice set of mugs. They're fairly lightweight. That's what she was charging, and nobody wanted to pay that. I don't get it. And then there's 4 of these. These are hand artisan hobbyist pieces. 4 of these. Two of these. Now these are a set. They're just wheat, and it's a wheat design. And there's 2 of these, same maker. These are pretty good size. This one has a crack in the bottom. Both of them do. It doesn't matter. They're still usable, and they are signed 1981. This goes with that set. Same thing. And this picture, I think she charged me $0.25 a piece. I don't even know what she charged me, to tell you the honest truth. And then 4 of these, and they're Starbucks. This one, they have some chips on them. I don't care. There's 4 of them. They're old. They all have a chip somewhere, but they're a set, and it's almost impossible to find sets of Starbucks. And these are from and done, hand painted in Italy. I wish I had the lid for the box. The box that they're in is amazing. It was a wine box. Check that out. I don't think that they had power on in the whole house because, like, the kitchen didn't have a lot of light in there and it was really dark. And I scored this. It is La Creuset, from made in France. It is chocolate brown. It has been well loved, but nobody cares. Nobody's caring about your chips. I actually got it for myself, but I haven't looked it up. It's a 14. It's a wooden handle. You don't see these hardly ever. Bellini, like some of the ties. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'll send you some. Text me your message me your address. I have your address, KK, somewhere. I feel like I have your address. I feel like I sent you something. I sent you an ornament a long time ago. Send me your address again, because it'll be a pain to find. These vintage Dr. Pepper playing cards that are still sealed. Plastic coated. I don't know if they go to this, but that's how they came. So I don't think she charged me like 50 cents. These are Pepsi sports trivia playing cards, and they are sealed in plastic. These things, I have to tell you what they are. I have to look it up again, because they're amazing. I can't remember what it was when I looked them up. They are vintage Mayan, Aztec, masks, Mexican folk art, and they are mother of pearl and lapis. This one is mother of pearl and lapis. They're handmade. This one right here, similar, sold on Etsy for $57.02. Mine's cooler. Just saying. And then this one. I paid $2.50 a piece for these. I have no idea the value of this. See what it is. Seattle 1990 Goodwill Games collector pin set. So it's all the, and there it's framed. Was very nicely framed. So that's that. I don't know what she charged me for it. I just put it in the box. That's horrible. And then these are amazing. They were sitting on the fireplace with books on them, and I just saw the wood box. And you know, if you see a box, you got to look in it, right? And this is not what was showing. It was upside down. PBG is Pepsi Bottling Group, which it is now Pepsi Cola. It's not Pepsi Bottling Group. This is cool. There's 2 of them. Let's see if I can remember how to open it. It is a Pepsi bottle with a cap, and it is etched, and it says this award is presented to the gentleman in appreciation for and recognition of 15 years of loyal and conscientious service, September 1st, 1987. And that is etched into it. So there's that one. And I think that the other one, that's for 15 years service, right? I don't know if they're worth anything. They got to be worth something. Somebody will want them for just to display. And this one, same thing. 15 years. 1987. He got 2. That's weird. 2 of the same one. So it is a Pepsi bottle. And it's got Pepsi Bottling Group cap. These ones I think I paid $1 for. Most of the free stuff I already showed Katie. Worth Point shows your Goodwill pin set at like 50-ish. Not too bad. And then he had some books, and I looked at a lot of the books, and there wasn't really anything worth getting, considering everything else that I'd gotten. But let's look at the art real quick, and then we'll be done. What's up? I hope. The masks are probably the masks. Oh, no, we won't. I got a bunch of shirts inside. Bunch of Pearl Snap 60s vintage shirts, but they're right inside the door. They're clean. They're hanging up. We'll see. Let's look at the art real quick. I comped all of this art. The last day it was still hanging on the walls. I looked at it when I went through the first time. They had it priced fairly well, and then they went around with masking tape and repriced everything. And they told me that any of the art that was on the walls I could have for 50% off. So when you see the piece of masking tape on it, I got it for 50% off that. And some of them, you're going to literally die. I will hold them up so that you can, I'm going to take the computer over there, I think, rather than carrying them over here. So bear with me for a minute. It's all good, and I'll move this. Back in the car so that they don't get filthy. All right, let's I'll take you guys over there, and then I don't have to move the stuff. I'm going to put a screw in the fence and just hang the pictures on the fence. My fence that just got done today, except for the gates. And don't look at my messes, you guys. I'm still in the process of remodeling, and it's let's see. Hang on a second. We'll get some better light. There we go. I need something to drink. Let's see if my water bottle is in the car. Hang on. It is not. I'm going to run inside and grab a glass of water. I'll be right back. Yes, you guys follow Katie Reed. Okay, sorry about that. Oh. My son and his girlfriend went down to the Oregon coast today. All right. Where to start? How many pieces did I get? 1, 2, 4, 5 of these. Here are 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are by the same artist. These 2 are by the same artist. And then the rest of them, one of them I think is an actual oil painting. I'm not sure, but all of these are lithographs, every single one of them. This is by, it's a Chez Panez, 9th birthday, August 28th, 1980, cafe restaurant. It is Berkeley, California, and it is just, these are all super nicely framed. If you do a Google lens of this, I paid $7.50 for this. I have my phone. Let's just do this real quick. I need to set this at an angle where it's not getting it's sold on Invaluable. It's probably not going to tell me. Well, almost all of these that I have right here are sold on Invaluable. Let's see if it tells me. This is by the same, there's 5 of them by the same person. Let's see if it tells me what it's sold for. Oh, you got to log in to view. And I don't think I signed up to log in to view that. But all of these other ones, same with making tacos. I love my leggings. I love my tie-dye leggings. Can't get better. Let's see if it comes up somewhere else. This guy that did these, David Lance, I can see this falling over because the wind is just going super crazy. All right. David Lance did almost all, yes. I don't see his signature on the, there it is. Right here. And I don't know how well you're going to see it on this one. It's right there. David Lance. This one is 1986. All the next ones I'm going to show you are by him. They're lithographs. And a lot of them, that's not, let's see what this one I don't have. Here's one, the Chez Panisse restaurant birthday celebration. Somebody has listed for $1,200. So I looked up all of these. Some of them are on Mutual Art. Some of them are on Autry Museum Store. Some of them are on Invaluable. But his artwork sells for quite a bit. And these are older original lithographs. So let's look at this one and see if I get a hit. This one's one of my favorite ones. I actually considered these for myself, but I have nowhere to hang them. I have no more room. I'm very picky about space. Or I would keep this one right here. Abe Books has for $300. Somebody else had for $300, but I don't think Berkeley, California. I'm going to show it to you here in just a second. Theirs aren't framed. Somebody's selling this for $300 just for the poster. So this again is David Lance. And you can see right here, 1935 is the date that he did this original one. These are all amazing. These the frames. So there's that one. There's 5 of these different ones by David Lance. This one right here is, where's his signature on it? 1975. I paid $10 for that one. You guys, you can go right down the street, wherever you live, to U-Haul or to Home Depot, and you can buy boxes for these. You do not need to have a box for this just to list it. You just need to have your measurements in. And you can add a few inches on, right? You should always add a few inches on thickness and weight. But you can also go on U-Haul's website and they have a list of all the sizes of the boxes. So there's no reason, I hear it all the time, I'm not going to list this until I have a box for it. Well, that's just asinine. I love that word. If you're not going to list it until you get a box for it, why did you buy it? This one is 1976. These are nothing to ship. You should have seen the Jasmine, Disney Jasmine mirror I shipped to Japan. Sold while I was in New York. This is 1973. Well, I should be able to get at least $300 a piece for these after I dust them off. Okay, these 2 that I'm going to show you next are by an artist by the name of Rick Pills. This one has some staining on it, but I'm not going to let that bother me. It's called Winter Wonder. It's hand signed. This is his. This is an original. And then, let's just put this right back up here. This one was done in 1979. It's a lithograph. It's hand signed and it's numbered 581 out of 700. But not only is it got the signature on the lithograph, but it's also got, he hand numbered it and he hand signed it. So I'll show you this part first. So there's the signature, there's the signing, and then right there it also has his signature and the date. It's kind of hard to see. There's nowhere to do this, really, America. This is just, it's a farm, it's wheat, it's amazing. I can't remember. Let me do a Google. It's gonna get my shadow because it's not standing straight up. Let's see what we can get here. I love this one actually. It's actually my colors, and it's not gonna work. Let's see. Gets enough of it without my shadow in it. Of course not. This is bringing up some cool books with shadows in them though. Let's do this because it's not standing up straight. All right, let's try this. This will do it. Here we go. I looked up all their art for them. Rick Hills. Rick Hills, 1979. Anybody else find it yet? I know I looked this up once already. That reminds me, I have a brass thing like this in storage. I need to get listed before brass no longer is a thing. Let's see. Let's just do it this way. Rick Hills, America lithograph. I brought up some butterfly print. Oh, here's his the other one. Oh, seriously. The other one, somebody has the Winter Wonderland. Somebody has listed on Etsy for $100. I think so. I like it too. It. If my dad was still alive, I would probably give it to him. I don't know. We'll see. It would go in my office well, but right now my office is, all the walls are taken. It's really pretty. So I would like to think if somebody's trying to sell, I spent $5 on it. So we all know that I'm going to get way more than $5 for it. All right. Hi, buddy. Uh-oh. Watch out. This is by, I don't have to read it. It's on the back. POTZZ, T for 3. It was framed in 1992. He paid $55 for it at that point in time. Just for the picture. POTZZ, T for 3. Hey,
What?
Get off of there before I have to do some corporal punishment. Get off of there. Do you see what I have here?
Paintings?
Yeah, so get off of there. Thank you very much. Anyway, that's really cute. And it's tiny. I love how the Beards frame shops always sign, like they put the initials of whoever it is that did it on there. And, even if the paintings inside these the lithographs weren't worth anything, these frames are expensive. Expensive. All right, so there's that one. This one is a lithograph of, let's see. Seriously having issues with shadows. This is a Monte Art Pablo Picasso. It's a lithograph. There's similar ones, anywhere from $80 to $100 and some dollars. I paid $12.50. And a lot of the other ones, I'm sorry, don't have frames, which sometimes that can be better for shipping, right? This is by the same guy, I believe. Let's see his Gilbert. This is by Gilbert, and it's called American Ecosystem. Let's see. It's same. It's on the same. I'm gonna show it to you, and then we'll Google it. He liked this kind of art. He had a bunch of golfing art. some of it never taken out of the mail, when he took it in and had it framed. This is by, somebody has the word that I hate in there because Rare Ecosystem poster by Dan Gilbert. Somebody has one listed on Etsy for $120.89, and it's just the poster. It's not framed. I get yelled at sometimes by people because they want me to they want it listed and they wanted comps up. Well, I don't have time for that. I don't have time to do that. I would rather just. This is by a local Portland photographer, and I just love it because it is the Broadway Bridge in Portland, and I used to work in the bank towers, not in here. Anyway, I don't know how well you can see it, but it's all purple. It's just gorgeous. I paid $2.50 for it. Somebody here in the Portland, Oregon area, or somebody who no longer lives in Portland, will be more than happy to have that. Isn't that pretty, Ruthie? I love that one. I think the purple matting that he put around it. Okay, this one, I don't know why they put $20 on it, but they were just trying to get rid of it, would be my guess. I'm trying to remember who this was. It is the Courtelade collection, Impressionist and Post-Impressionist masterpieces. It's oh man, his signature is in a weird spot. Is this the one that had it on the back, maybe? No, I don't think so. Van Gogh, Peach Blossom. I should have known that. Van Gogh, Peach Blossom on the Cray, $105. He paid for this in 1990. And there's one more that's a little bit bigger. So I paid $10 for that. That's crazy. Trying to find a place to put it. And the other one is by Nell Ravel Smith, and it's hard to tell. No, it's not. It's a lithograph. They wanted $300 for it. It's selling for about $350, $400. The wind was gonna blow it out of my hand. Oh heavens! It's hilarious. It's amazing. It's just gorgeous. Nell Ravel Smythe. I think it's how it's pronounced. But let's see if I can get it to come up with shadows in it. It's hard. I can set it down here and get a picture of it without a shadow in it. But I helped. Oh man, he had some of the coolest African art masks, and they were truly. You didn't hear that, did you? It's okay. Let's do do that. All right. Let's do this. See if it came up. Nell Ravel Smith. There's an Island View one that's just the poster by that artist for $75. There's some on Worth Point. I don't see this particular one. Anyway, yeah. Nothing fell over. Is PC in here? PC, where you been? Where you been? Other than living your best life, right? I hope. Anyway, other than the stuff that I already have listed that's at the shop, you're going to get me in trouble. I think that's everything. That's everything from one sale last weekend, and I went to 3 last weekend. The other one was all the dolls, and the other one was a amazing mid-century modern, and I got a crazy amount of shiny bright ornaments. Like, I couldn't believe the shiny bright ornaments that I got there. I showed you guys a bunch of them when we did the shiny bright, when I talked about those a couple Thursdays ago. I got almost everything that we talked about on that show. I got some of, and I bought everything that they had, and they didn't even know what they were because they weren't in the right boxes. So it's good to know. Sometimes if you share it. Like, I've been learning stuff from you guys. Go back and watch that shiny bright, because just because the box says shiny bright and just because the box doesn't say shiny bright, if you learn how to identify those ornaments, they're worth a lot of money. And they're worth more than what is in a box. Usually a box is just a miss by the time. Those are from World War II era, right? A lot of them, the ones that I was talking about mostly. But I got some of the 10-inch ones, and I got some of the ones that had the plastic cap on them. I didn't get any with paper caps, but and then I got some stuffed animals, one of which sold for almost $80 the other day. I paid 25 cents for. So, you got your shiny bright books. I'll tell you something, Karen. I made a comment on one of her videos. I want to say it was the second video that she did. I made a comment on her video, and she left me the nicest response. She must have come and watched my video, and I mean, it just literally brought tears to my eyes. That gal that wrote those books, and I mean, she just loves them, and she knows her stuff. And it just made me feel good. She thanked me for putting her book out there for everybody, and for being so kind about telling people how to clean them and how to store them, and because I watched a lot of videos on shiny brights, and I just wanted to go like that when they were talking about cleaning and stuff like that. Even I knew that long before that some of these things people were doing to the ornaments were anyway. So, all right, you guys, now it's time to get some stuff listed. So you guys have probably been listing. I'm sure you have. You plan on buying those books? I'll tell you what, I love it. I just have the one, but I'm going to be getting the other one. She's got, and then I don't know if I ever found it and put it in the description, but she probably talks about it in one of her videos. I know she does. But there's a gal here in Portland on Instagram. She goes by Magpie Ethel. And she is amazing. She goes to the you're lursting. Good for you. She goes to the Shiny Bright convention every year. Look that up, the Shiny Bright convention. Oh my goodness. That might be something to go to next year. I don't know if I can handle that much Christmas though, but holy moly, Asti Spumante. Do you guys remember those ads? Asti Spumante wine or champagne or something. I don't know. I love using that. So anyway, all right, you guys and gals, get busy doing whatever it is you're doing, and thank you for hanging with me and letting me show you some of the treasures that I got. I'm gonna sign off and get this stuff put away, pictures taken, so that I got to get the art. I got to get the art pictures taken so that I can get it put away before it accidentally falls over and breaks. All right. Love you guys. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your weekend.